Hello everyone. Today we're going to have a look at the new iPhone generation features, the 6S features basically. I got an iPhone 6S Plus right in front of me here, and I just want to show you the main features the new iPhone brings with it. First of all, from the outside it's basically the same as the iPhone 6. It got a little bit bigger, but just a few millimeter and 20 grams heavier in that case. I think the smaller version got 14 grams heavier, and the weight comes from these 3D touch feature, let's say, and I will show you that in a minute. Otherwise, it remains the same, but the price tag got a bit bigger. At least here where I bought it, it's a bit bigger now, and it's quite an expensive phone now, and this retails at €969. You can look it up in the store if you want to have the price in your currency you're living in. It's still turned on with the Touch ID. You just put your finger, press the home button, and the phone unlocks basically. It's really fast. Even before there was no point of criticizing this feature. I prefer it in comparison to putting in a code or a password. Of course, not as safe as a password, but nevertheless it's just a comfort feature and it goes really fast and smooth, and that's why I'm using it, because I got lazy of typing the things here. I'll just zoom in a bit and then I will come to this feature of 3D touch. Few apps work with it and few don't. That's why, for example, the camera does work with it, and it works that way. You have to push and hold it, let's say, or push it a bit harder. It's not too hard, to be honest. You don't have the feeling that you have to break the screen to push it, but nevertheless you have to use some force at least, so you can't use it accidentally. Some people, they complain that it's a bit too light, but for me personally it's just the right pressure you have to use to activate it and to push it, because it gives you some other features where you have to put more force after using the 3D touch. I will come to that in a minute as well, and therefore I really prefer that it's not too much to push. I'll just show you the feature of this new Retina flash, which they have promoted, let's say, because a lot of people were hoping for a front flash, but Apple decided to use the screen itself as a flash. And if you want to take a selfie in that way now, you can see the camera I'm filming this video with. You just use that button here and it took a picture, as you saw before. And here I can use the flash to put it automatic on or off. I just turn it on now, so you can really see the flash. And again, I'm trying to take a picture now, and you see it turns really bright white, and that's considered a Retina flash. To be honest, I've tried to use it a few times. It's nice if you have like a small group or you're taking a picture of yourself, it works. It gives you some light at least, so if you're in a dark spot or something like that and you want to take a selfie like in a club or in a bar, you can use it. It gives you some moderate light. It's not too much so that it reflects on your skin or anything else like that, but it's just reasonable enough to have some color in your picture and not so much noise like in this pictures taken in dark clubs or anything else like that. As I said before, you can't use it with every app which is offered by Apple. For example, if I use Maps, it works. So, I don't know why this is still in German though. However, if you're trying to use stocks, for example, you can see it turns blurry for a second. It vibrates really lightly. I'm just doing this and not saying anything. Maybe you can hear it on the table. I'm not sure, but this is the feature to show you, there is no option with using that the same as with Health, like you can push it, hold it. Maps does the same, so there is no 3D touch feature, and it just gives you the feedback that this says like, hey, you tried it, but there is no feature which might work here. And with the browser, however, it's a different way. Just push it and you can see reading list, the bookmarks, new private tab or new tab or anything like that. With the notes it works as well, and I can show you this 3D touch feature as well. So I'm just going for this feature here. I'm just going to use sketch, so you can draw something. I'm going to select this, I don't know what marker this is, and here you can see now if I'm trying to draw something here and I use it really, just swipe my finger over it without any pressure. It gives you a really light black stripe, but if I push really hard, you can see it goes much darker, and that's also brought with the 3D touch feature. So the harder you push, the brighter or the darker the stripe gets. Of course, it works also with a normal pen, so you can still see the difference, I hope. But of course, with this brighter or bigger one, you can have a bigger difference as well. I'm just gonna store this now. And for example, another feature in the notes here, you just hold this down and you can see a preview. And if you push a bit harder, it opens the notes. So if you have an email, for example, you just can open this like that. Just have a preview. You can swipe it up and down. You can share, move, delete, or anything else. And if you want to have a look into it, just push a bit harder and it opens the note. If you use it and just remove your finger, it just closes it again. So it's a preview feature. It works with more than the thing only. It works with mails or anything else. You can have a look into the email, just give it a quick glance, read a few things, read a few lines, and say like, okay, I can read it now or read it later. It's a nice feature to have, to be honest. I don't want to miss it anymore. If you got used to the 3D Touch once, it's a really proper feature. However, if you have an iPhone 6 now or an iPhone 6 Plus now, I'm not that sure whether it's worth to upgrade, to be honest, because the price tag, as I said before, is really high, and the features, well, the better features or the higher features, they are not that big of a difference to reconsider buying or upgrading the phone. So if you don't have any need for this feature itself, like for me it's a productive need. It's not really the toy need, but for me it's more productivity. So I can access things faster, I can access emails faster, tabs faster, or contact or anything else. It's nice to have it, but if you just have an iPhone for, let's say, daily use and not any really business use, I'm not really sure whether this feature is worth to buy. If you have any questions considering this feature here, please leave me a comment under the video. Otherwise, goodbye.